Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So welcome everybody. Now we're up to chapter 4 in an easy introduction to Pāli. Now, in this chapter, we're still working with the masculine nouns declined with the ending A. Now we've come up to the end of the declension. So the last two parts of the declension are the locative and the vocative. So the vocative is rather simple, and this is just the form of address. Now, we don't have this too much in English, but you can see in Pāli, at the start of many suttas, we hear the Buddha say bhikkhuvoti or bhikkhave. And so this is the vocative, this like addressing the monks. Monks, we translate it. Sometimes in the old translations they say, oh. So if you put something in the vocative case, it would be a direct address, and there's a separate form. So in English, we would simply say somebody's name or somebody's title. Now, the other one is the locative. So the locative case, as the name indicates, can be used to demonstrate location. It can also be used in, for example, logical arguments. So concerning this or concerning that. It can also be used figuratively, as in to take refuge in something or to take or to believe in something. So it is also used for some other grammatical constructions, but we're not going to go through all of the details today. It actually can be one of the more complicated of the declensions. And we're also continuing, so there are no new points for the verbs this week, but we're introducing the indeclinables. So the verbs, of course, we conjugate according to person, number, tense, and also whether it's active or passive. And now for the nouns, we decline it according to its usage. So we've already introduced 7 different declensions for the nouns. But there is something we call the indeclinables. The indeclinables don't change form according to the context in the sentence. So we've met some of these before when we were doing the Khandaprita, ma mangapada. So for example, we said ma mangapada kohingsi, we have that ma, it's a negation. This ma mangapada kohingsi may no beings with no feet harm me. So this ma is a negation that doesn't change form according to the context of the sentence. So in this, there are quite a few of these indeclinable particles, so we're going to introduce some of them today. So we'll introduce our nouns first. Akasa. Akasa means sky. Mancha. Mancha means bed. Chanda. Chanda means moon. Vanija. Vanija means merchant. Macha. Macha means fish. Surya. Surya means sun. Magga. Magga means way or road. Maggika. Maggika means traveler. Sakuna. Sakuna means bird. Kasaka. Kasaka means farmer. Samudra. Samudra means sea or ocean. Loka. Loka means world. And then the indeclinables that we'll introduce in this chapter. Ajja. Ajja means today. Ama. Ama means yes. Na. Na means no or not. Api. Api means also or to. Ch. Ch means also or and. Idani. Idani means now. Kuhing. Kuhing means where. Kuto. Kuto means whence. Va. Va means whether. Puna. Puna means again. Sabbada. Sabbada means every day. Id. Id means here. Kada. Kada means when. Kasma. Kasma means why. Sada. Sada means always. Sading. Sading means with. So I think all of these verbs are things that we've already studied before. Kiliti means plays. Upajati means is born. Pasati means sees. Vasati means dwells. Supati means sleeps. Vicharati means wanders. So I think those we've already covered previously. So let's go to the exercises. Sakuna rukesu vasanti. So we have, if we look again, starting with the verb, vasanti means to live, and because it's in NTI form, anti vasanti means they live. So we're looking for a plural subject here, and the subject is sakuna. That's nominative plural, so it means the birds. So the birds live, and then rukesu. So ruka is tree. Rukesu is the locative plural in the trees. So we have this. Sorry, I forgot to explain about the forms for the locative. So we have the form is usually asming, amhi, or a for the singular. So it'd be rukasming, rukamhi, or ruke at the root of a tree. And at the root of trees is rukesu. So the birds dwell on trees. That's not the root of a tree. It just means, ruka just means tree. Okay, so then we have those forms, the amhi, asming, a for the singular, and esu for the plural. That's the locative. Now for the vocative, the vocative is a little bit irregular, so we have to deal with them each one. Kasako manche supati. The farmer sleeps on the bed. So kasako, so supati is sleeps. So if we look at it, the ati form is singular, third person, he sleeps. And so we're looking for a singular nominative word. So that's kasako, the farmer. And then manche. So we just learned that the locative singular can have this a form. So on the bed, the farmer sleeps on the bed. Mayang mage na kilama. So kilama means we play. And so we're looking for something that means we. And so we already have mayang. So actually you can have the sentence without the mayang. Mayang mage na kilama. So na kilama means we don't play. Because na is a negation. Remember, na is indeclinable. A mage. So maga is road. And in this case, we have the locative. We have to look to the meaning of it. Of course, it could actually have been an accusative form. But here we're thinking it's the locative. So we don't play on the road, or we're not playing on the road. Nara loke Upajanti. Upajanti is to be born, and it's an anti form, so they are born. Who are they? Nara, men. So, or people. So sometimes we translate it as men, sometimes as people. So nara upajanti. So men are born where? Loke, in the world, because it's a locative form, right? Men are born in the world, or people are born in the world. Magika kuhin tvang gachasi. So here we have the verb is gachasi. So you go. And so here it says mag. So we need something to match with you. And here it says magika. So magga is road, and then it has this suffix ika. Sometimes can mean somebody. It show that somebody who's related to roads. So here it means a traveler. Now, this is the vocative case. So the simple vocative for the masculine ending in a is just the same as the base form with an a. So magika, it's kind of like, hey, you traveler. And then what are you saying to him? Kuhin is where, tvang, you, gachasi, where do you go? So, traveler, where are you going? Ama, sadate na uganhanti. So, ama means yes. Ama means yes, and that's an indeclinable. So we can throw that out from our analysis of the sentence. We know that it just means yes. It doesn't affect the form of the other words in the sentence. Sada means always, and that also is indeclinable. So it's not going to affect the noun or the verb, the form of them. Te na uganhanti. So uganhanti means they learn, because it's an NTI form. They learn, and then it's na uganhanti. Don't learn. Na is a negation. And te is plural, means they. They don't learn. So we started with our two indeclinables. Ama, yes. Sada, always. Te na uganhanti. Always they don't learn. So they never learn. We can translate it as they're never studying kind of thing. Macha, talake, kilanti. So kilanti means play. And so here it's the plural, third person plural, they play. And it's macha is the actor. So macha is fish, macha, fish plural. Talak is a pond. So fish play in the pond, because talake is accusative form. Macha, talake, kilanti. Kutotvang agachasi. This one we have two sentences here. So kutotvang agachasi. So kuto is whence. From whence means from which place, right? In sort of older English. Tvang is you. Agachasi. So where are you coming from? Agachati means he comes. So agachasi means you come. Tvang is you. So where are you coming from? Janaka ahang idani aramasma agachami. So here we have, the sentences are starting to become more complicated. So again, we'll start with the verb agachami. So I am coming. So coming from where? Aramasma. So arama is the monastery, and asma is our ablative form. So from the monastery, ablative singular. So I'm coming from the monastery. Idani is indeclinable. So now I'm coming from the monastery. Ahang, so it doesn't change. We added the I, this ahang, it doesn't change the sentence. And then the first word is Janaka. Janaka is father. And because it's the noun, masculine noun ending in a, and it's not altered, we know it's the vocative form. So it's like, Dad, now I'm coming from the monastery. Something like that. Kasaka sabda kamesu na vasanti. So starting again with the verb, we have vasanti is they live, and na vasanti, so they don't live. Gamesu, so gama is village, and esu is the plural locative plural form. So in the villages, so they don't live in the villages, but let's find out who they are. Kasaka, sabada. So sabada is an indeclinable, so we know that that's not our actor. Sabada means every day. Kasaka, so that's a nominative plural, so we know that that's our actor. So that means that the farmers, kasaka is farmer, kasaka the farmers, sabada every day, na gamesu vasanti. So the farmers don't live in the village every day. Kasma tumhe manchesu na supata. Now here we're starting to find these sentences where we can be grateful for the redundancy in the Pāli grammar. So we have supata, it means you, plural, sleep. And then we have tumhe, which is also you, plural. So we have the redundancy if we've forgotten the form for the conjugation of the verb. But then we can see from the subject what's going on. So tumhe, supata, so you sleep. Manchesu na supata. So mancha is bed, manchesu is locative plural, so on the beds. Na supata, so you don't sleep on the beds. And then we have an indeclinable at the start of the sentence, kasma. Kasma means why. So why don't you sleep on the beds? Why aren't you sleeping on the beds? Mayang samanehi sadding arame vasama. So here again we have this redundancy. Vasama means we live. And mayang at the start of the sentence is we. So they go together. Mayang samanehi sadding. So samanehi, if you go way back, the instrumental plural. And then when we use the instrumental plural to indicate with somebody, instead of by means of somebody, often we'll have the word saha or sadding. So samanehi sadding means with the ascetics. So mayang samanehi sadding, arame vasama. So arama is monastery, arame at the monastery, in the monastery, near the monastery. So we live at the monastery with the ascetics. Macha talakesu ch samarudesu ch upajanti. Okay, so now we're getting our ch form. Now, this is a very important form in Pāli. The ch and the va or the va, these forms are quite common. Now, in English, in modern English, we use the conjunction and only once. So usually we'll say, I am going to the shop and the gas station or the petrol station, like that. But in older English, sometimes they would use and twice. I can't think of a good example now, but if you're reading, sometimes you hear in Shakespeare or sort of a little bit the older style of English, they'll use these conjunctions 2 times. In Pāli, almost always they use them in pairs. So an equivalent would be, I am going to the shop and the petrol station and. So the and will go with each of the 2 in a pair. So the ch goes with each in a pair here. So macha upajanti. So macha is fish, macha fish plural. So the fish are born upajanti. So they are born where? Talakesu. So in ponds, ch and samudesu ch. And in oceans. So fish are born in ponds and oceans, or ponds and seas, however you'd like to translate it. This will become more intuitive as you go on. Depending on your native language, it may already be intuitive. Ahang akase suryang pasami nacha chandam. So here we have a verb in the middle. We have the first clause, ahang akase suryang pasami. So I, ahang, pasami, I see. What do I see? Suryang. Surya is the sun. Suryang is the accusative form. So I see the sun. Akase. Akase is locative singular, in the sky. Ahang akase suryang pasami. So I see the sun in the sky. Na cha chandang. Chandang. Na is not. Cha is and. These are indeclinables, so they don't change their form. Chandang. So this is the accusative form, and chanda is moon. So na cha chandang, and not the moon. So here we have these, so you can translate it, you can understand it pretty simply. I see the sun in the sky, but not the moon. Ajja vanijo apne vasati. So here we'll analyze again, starting with the verb. Vasati is he lives. And then looking for something in the nominative case, we have vanijo, so the merchant. Apane. Apane is market, and this is going to be in the locative singular. So today, the merchant dwells in the market today. Oh, sorry. Ajja is the word today. So vanijo apane vasati. So today, vanijo, the merchant, apane, in the market, vasati, dwells. So the merchant dwells in the market today. So let's go to the last two sentences. We'll skip a couple examples. Number 19. Acharya sambada mayang buddhang vandama. So here we have the main verb here is vandama. So we pay respects to, or we salute. And then, so we should have mayang somewhere here. And you see, this mayang comes before buddhang. So we, mayang, buddhang. So this is going to be the accusative case. So we pay respects to the Buddha. And then sambada is indeclinable every day. And so then the first word in the sentence is acharya. Acharya, remember, we haven't changed the form from the base form. So we just have it's a masculine noun ending in A, and it's still ending in A. So this is indicating it's the vocative. So we're saying, teacher, we pay respects to the Buddha every day. And number 20. Vanija maggikehi sadding sakatehi kamesu vicharanti. So again, the sentence is getting more complicated, but we can still start by looking at the verb. So vicharati is to wander, right? Is he wanders, and here it's the anti, so they wander. And then, so we need something in the nominative plural. So if we look at this, we have vanija right at the start. So vanija are the merchants, plural, nominative plural. Magikehi sadding. So remember we learned sadding is with someone, with whom. Magika is a traveler, and magikehi is the instrumental plural form. And so this is going with sadding. So the merchants with the travelers, vicharanti, we just learned they're wandering or they're going about. Sakatehi, by cart. So this is plural instrumental, but here it's not with carts, but it could mean with carts, but here probably it means by cart. And gamesu. Gama is village. With the asu form, it is the locative plural, in the villages. So we have vanija magikehi sadding sakatehi gamesu vicharanti. So the merchants travel by cart with the travelers around villages. So they're traveling like here and there through the villages by cart. So so as we go on, the sentences get more and more difficult. Actually, it's a little bit different. Often in the Pāli, in the actual Pāli text, the sentences can be quite long, and the difficulties have more to do with compound words rather than identifying the actor. But we'll understand more and more about Pāli grammar as we go on, and for those who are interested, it will become easier and easier. So I hope that your studies may go smoothly, and then you may be happy, healthy, peaceful, and content, and swiftly attain the peace of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.